So I'm gonna go into a little detail on some of the characters. I see, remember I was supposed to be speeding y'all up to like 2010 and all of that. That's gonna have to be put on hold for a little bit. I would have did a whole lot more than what I was doing in terms of the characters and the stories, but you know, out of respect for some of the unrest, you know what I'm saying, I said, well, let me dial it back a little bit, and that's why I ain't been releasing like I normally do. But damn it, it's Black History Year. I got a new coin word, Black History Year, not Black History Month. Black History Day, it's Black History Day, Black History Month every damn month. That's why, another reason why I created the playlist for the Foundational Freedmen of America. They got this tap dancing ass nigga on the Grammys that basically said, he didn't even mention no black folks doing country music created by black Americans. Oh, immigrants built this country. We didn't immigrate from nowhere. So I had to put that in the little in the community. Even Martin Luther King's daughter got that nigga together. Like, nigga, you know, yeah, you know, she's supporting, you know, against the stuff that ICE is doing and all that, but you ain't gonna get our lineage and our ancestors fucked up. She checked his ass. Like, who are you talking to? Because you ain't been here, your people, your folks ain't been here 100 and something years and really put in no work like that. You came off of our back. And this is what I was talking about, like the situation with dude that was at my job. We really got to check these folks, man. Like this, you know, we really got to check folks about this kind of stuff, man. Because you do it on Black History Month. Yeah, that was on purpose. And you're like, nigga, who the f talking to, bro? You really got our folks messed up. Yeah, your grandparents, nigga, yeah, they weren't doing all the stuff that my grandparents was doing and my great-great-grandparents was doing. You know, so to just leave us completely out of it, like, no, we weren't immigrants, bro. We not. You know what I'm saying? We were forced here. And we created a whole new culture. We were forced. We didn't want to come. When Africans were taken, they didn't want to come to this motherfucker. They didn't want to come. So no, they did not immigrate. They were stolen and they were kidnapped and they were forced. And they were sold off by other coons. And
we ain't ripping off shit. Who feel like they're ripping something off? We was the very first people that died for this, red, white, and blue. Yeah, that's right. It was a soul brother. Crispus Attucks at the motherfucking Boston Massacre. We've been dying for this country from the very get. Hoping one day they'd give us our rightful place. All they give us was a foot up our black asses. But fuck that. I say, the USA owe us. We built this bitch.
And race soldiers. So, but anyway, real quick, now that we back on Black History, now we can go in. We can really go in about our history and stuff. Rest in power to Carter G. Woodson, if for souls don't know. And Black History Month, let's be very clear, Black History Month is Black American History Month. I mean, it's, you know, it's other people across the diaspora, but this is here. This is mainly for the people that contributed here. So, anyway, the character, real quick, as far as Shareeka was, I believe, was from Chicago. So I'm gonna kind of dive into that a little bit real quick. Shareeka is from Chicago.
Folks out here always try to guess what I am. They see the hair, the skin, start doing math in their heads. I just tell them I'm from 79th, born with a little sunlight in my blood. Rest on them. Makes life more interesting that way.
I'm assuming by her mannerisms and the way that she was explained to me is that she was from the South Side. She could have been out west, but I think she was from the South Side. You know what I'm saying? Real big into dressing, real more so into kind of flash or whatever like that. And to my knowledge, Stakk might have known her when he had his Caprice, or I'm not sure. So I'm throwing the cars as they see as I see fit. But to my knowledge, they had known each other for a long time, or they known each other for quite some time.
Well, now, ain't you fine?
I'm okay, but you mighty fine yourself. What's your name?
So it could have been even during the Luxton years. You see what I'm saying? The Luxton Park years. So, I'm trying to paint the story as best way I can. So when he met Shareeka, Shareeka has a very infectious personality. She's very, very loud, but she's always cracking jokes, and she got that Chicago style. So everything got to be fast and up to date. And she fell for Stakk real hard, real fast. As much as I've seen a lot of them women that come from there do. You know, people love real hard from there. Like if they like something or whatever, they don't take all day, to fall in love or trying to figure out what it was. And then, bro being from St. Louis, being Minneapolis raised for the most part, but then being bred in St. Louis, but Minneapolis raised, he was around a lot of things too. So her little quick tongue and her little quick Chicago style, yeah, she wasn't really gonna pull no fast one on him. So, and that's another thing she kind of liked about him. Like, he was quiet, he don't really say too much, he's real quiet, but it was kind of that mix. It was a good mix because she's loud and all that, but she got to the point, she's too excited and loud where he don't feel like he could really bring her. So he likes being around her, and she's just drop dead gorgeous. And I bet she's a dog in bed. I bet she was just, because that's how it always be. Straight psychopaths or just obnoxious or whatever. And you like, damn, man, this girl getting on my nerve. But she was probably Queen Succubus. She probably was putting your soul through the pillow or something like that. Have you up there like a poltergeist movie or something like that. So, that's the trade-off. He's like, well, damn, this broad is just the loudest thing. She's like a banshee.
Name's Shareeka. What's yours?
Donnie.
I heard about you.
Baby, I'm innocent.
Now, don't be shy about me or here.
You know what I'm saying? And she can't tone it down. And
I'm running out the door with mismatched shoes, swearing he had it together. Boy, I couldn't even hold it in. I laughed so hard, I thought I was gonna choke.
Why you so loud?
I don't mean nothing by it. That's just how I was raised. It shouldn't change how you feel about me or how I feel about you.
But here's the thing is with her, she is one of those type of women where she don't want, if you tone her down, she ain't no fun no more. That's the thing. It makes her who she is. Sometimes you be like, damn, I wish she just wouldn't be so, but she's not doing it. She's not doing it just to make you feel a certain way. That's just how she was raised. Her house was loud. There was a little, organized chaos and stuff like that. But y'all seen them pictures. Like, now, the video, the software did a couple. I tried to keep it as close as I could. Some of them I didn't really get the descriptive. I was just trying to get the story out there so you could see Stakk Pendergrass and Stakk Brown. You know what I'm saying? And the fried chicken, so. But now she couldn't really cook very well. So that was another little point where bro was like, man, she can't really cook. So she wants to go out to eat all the time. And bro's like, man, when you gonna cook? So she's trying to figure out how she could get deeper into this man's heart. But Stakk like to eat. He don't eat much. I don't really see him eat that much at all. So when he sends me some food, like man, I ate this plate. And I'm like, bro, this nigga don't be eating. He don't eat much. He'll get a little ass plate like a bird, and then he probably save the rest so he can smoke a blunt later. That's probably what the nigga does. You know what I'm saying? So now, but if you gonna be around me and you gonna be my woman, you gotta learn how to fry some chicken. How you from south side of Chicago know how to fry chicken? So that bewildered, bro. He didn't really know what to think about this. He's like, man, but because of how she was so damn fine and be smelling so damn good, it's balancing some of it off where he's like, man, I really don't want to deal with her like that, but she can't cook. But man, she ain't no joke at them hotels. You see what I'm saying? So he's trying to pull away his vices and think with his head as opposed to think with his heart. Because this long term, she can't fry chicken. I mean, what you gonna do with a broad, that can't cook at all? Like, he don't really want to keep going to these restaurants. He wants a meal. So, I'm going to take y'all through some videos, on what their relationship, what I think it was like, to the extent of what I know. And we can't put everything on camera, but, we going to put what we going to put. You know what I mean? So I'm going to kind of take y'all through that. But yeah, man, we like I said, we gonna guard our culture. We ain't accepting that, man. That's crazy. It's a damn shame when Martin Luther King's daughter. It's a damn shame when Martin Luther King's daughter has to step out and say, "Hey, nigga." That's crazy. The things that we create. That's why it's important. It's actually good that this happened, especially Black History Month. Because it shouldn't just be month. It should be Black History Year. That's why I'm always making references to different histories and pieces and just and for almost damn near force feeding it down with my videos to let it be known, because sometimes you have to, like I said, you got to pull this belt out on niggas a little bit and remind folks, because they just gonna steadily lying.
If you're really going to be a racist, then you should be a true racist and not use anything or be involved with anything that was invented or created by blacks. Do you want a list? The ironing board, the refrigerator, the baby carriage, the shoemaking machines, the traffic signal, the incandescent light bulb, the folding bed, the mailbox, air conditioning, elevator. You want me to go on?
They gonna steady be saying, well, yeah, we created hip hop 50%.
Trouble 2 for the time. Come on, y'all, let's rock the. Yes, y'all. A freak, y'all. A funky beat, y'all. And then you rock and roll, and then you roll and rock, and then you rock to the beat. They just don't want you to stop, cause I'm the S to the B, double O.
And yeah, it was all when it was us. James Brown.
What I was going to ask you right there, because we can't leave that out. How did hip hop start for you?
Well, hip hop started because, like I said, I used to go to New York, and what first really got me the bug was Spoonie G. But this was Spoonie G. Did you know Spoonie G was an original member of the Treacherous Three?
No, I didn't know.
A lot of cats don't know that.
I'm gonna have to do a James Brown analysis, man. There's a Rolling Stone article that I want to break down. I've never seen it. This is from 2005. Y'all probably have never read it. So I think I'm gonna have to print it out and read it and break it down and have a lot of different things. But you had, you got a lot of folks that won't really mention them. Fat Joe don't really mention James Brown like that. That's where the 50-50 bullshit came in. There was, I wasn't going to talk about it now, but there was a dude, I was talking to an old New York dude. And he said the first rapper wasn't Scott LaRock. This is an old school New York nigga, like 60, damn near 60, 70, older dude. He said Spoonie G was the first rapper. I went and looked it up. It was Spoonie G. It was Spoonie G. I think out of the Treacherous Three or whatever like that. He was the first MC. And I heard him talking about it, and I never heard anybody debate him. Ain't heard no Fat Joes. Ain't heard no damn, you know what I'm saying? Ain't heard none of these niggas that have said that these things. Yeah, Spoonie G. It's Spoonie G. I think I might have to put some of that in this video too. Because, yeah, people got us fucked up, man. People got us fucked up. And we got to tell the story.
You talk about native blacks. And so that clearly sounds as if you are delineating native blacks versus someone that comes here from Bermuda or Jamaica or wherever they may they may come from that is black.
That's right.
And the purpose of that is what? Because you on the surface it would be like, hey, everybody here that's black gets treated a certain way. Why are you making that delineation?
That is an excellent point. You know why? Because you see, those people coming in from Jamaica or coming in from Africa, they have not been treated like black folk in this country. That's the first thing. And secondly,
historically,
they haven't had those historical experiences. They come in here voluntarily. When they come in here, they bring some cultural aspects from Africa. They can go back anytime they want. But the black people in this country have been, exceptional people. Nobody's been mistreated, maltreated like them. Black folk are exceptional. They're the only people that came here forcefully. One. Two, they're the only people that denied their humanity. Three, they were the only people that denied a right to enjoy the fruits of their labor. Four, they were the only people that denied the right to participate in government. Five, they were the only people that denied the right to vote. Six, they were the only people that denied the right to have an education. Seven, they were the only people that denied the right to have a business. Eight, they were the only people that participated in every war that this country has had since its founding, but whose mother country has never been against this country. All those immigrants come from countries where they fought America, and they came in. And there's seven, that they are the oldest and most patriotic people in the country. Not the Confederates in the South. They're not the most patriotic people waving the Confederate flag. The most patriotic people in this country are black people, native blacks, because you see 99% of all those blacks have been direct descendants of slaves. They've been here before 99% of all the other people ever arrived in this country. They are special people. And because they are special people, they need to be recognized, appreciated, and reparated for what they've done in this country and building this country. They're the ones that built the bridges, the roads, cut the timber, the trees, and cleared the land, raised the tobacco, cotton, indigo. They're the people that's fought to raise in every war to protect this country. The people coming from Africa or coming from Jamaica didn't. They came here voluntarily. And the most important point on this is if you lump them with black folk, then you give the dominant white society a justification to say we don't owe black folk anything. Mm-hmm. Because you see, the blackness that's native, the blackness, black people's blackness is more than just color. It is their heritage, it's their history, it's their code of conduct, and more importantly, it is their badge of honor, and it symbolizes the indebtedness that this country has to them. This country does not have an indebtedness to people coming from Africa. Mm-hmm. They only have an indebtedness to people coming in from the Bahamas. Mm-hmm. If you lump black folk in there, you deprive black folk of the benefit, the debt that's owed them. Don't do that.
We got to tell the story. We can't let niggas just get Grammys and just be talking shit and just bury us and just basically say like, man, fuck y'all. Y'all didn't do nothing. Before you know it, it's going to be like what people call, misinformation. Before you know it, it's going to be a misinformation fest where you just say, we just didn't do nothing. They already got some nigga online talking about Harriet Tubman wasn't this and that. Some nigga. You know what I'm saying? We already got stuff like that. Like, nah, bro. We can't let that go. We can't let that go, man. And I'm going to do everything on my channel to be like, nah, bro. Nope. Can't let you have that. Because we couldn't go to any other country and say stuff like that about people in other countries. I couldn't go to New Zealand. I couldn't go to Europe or Canada and basically tell somebody that's a deeply rooted culture to basically tell them, hey, kiss my ass, nigga. I did this on my own, or, I'm just going to lie. Immigrants built the country. When majority of the immigrants didn't come till black Americans built all of this shit. And I'm going to show them facts too. So y'all going to get a double treat. You're going to get a black history lesson, and you're going to get a Shareeka lesson, a Shareeka video with the story of Stakk.